Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Cold Black Facts. You guys know I love you and I do appreciate you. So I wanted to jump on here really quickly and I want to talk about all the partnerships that Kanye West is losing. And I want to talk about the many nameless, faceless people who, talk big and bad as if like if they were in the same position, they would be doing the same thing. And we know that that's not true. And this is why I posed the question, who gonna stand beside them? Show yourself. Show your face. Show your real name. Show yourself. Where you at? Because this is the thing. We can sit, and I say we as in the people who are on the outside looking in, the broke people, the people that don't have that the same money as Kanye. Yeah, us. Yeah, we all in there. Yeah, us. See, we can sit back, and even people that do got money. So your Oprah Winfrey's, your LeBron James, your whoever else is Michael Jordan. What they at? Are they gonna stand beside Kanye? I guarantee you they're not. You know why? It has nothing to do with what he's saying. It's not because of that, in my opinion. It's not because of that. They're gonna stay quiet because number one, they see what's going on with Kanye. They don't want the same to happen to them. See, they don't want to risk what Kanye is risking. That's what the deal is. And we've seen this before. This is nothing new. And this is why I wanted to put on here, what we see with Kanye, we see power in action in real lifetime. This is power. Those who control certain segments of our society, certain segments of the world, even, they are pulling away from Kanye. They are shutting Kanye down. They are closing the door. So yeah, you got all these little grassroots people sitting up here talking about, oh, he's speaking the truth. Oh, he this, he that. Okay, maybe he is, maybe he's not. But at the end of the day, are you gonna stand beside him? Are you gonna show your face and your name? Are you gonna talk that talk? Are you gonna post videos on your platform, letting your coworkers and everybody else know? No, you're not. No, you're not. So stop lying. Stop lying and stop faking the funk. Stop lying and stop faking the funk. This is not about whether or not Kanye, at this point, okay? At this point, let me rephrase that. At this point, at this juncture, okay? This is not about whether or not Kanye is right or wrong or whether or not Kanye is speaking truth. Kanye is self sabotaging. All right? What we see Kanye doing is self sabotage. That's what we see. See, when you got Kanye West money, connections, resources, so on and so forth, you got to move a different way. You can't move like the person that's only making, barely making 100 grand a year. You can't move like that person. You got to move a different way. Nobody's saying forget who you are. Nobody's saying, let go of whatever. Nobody's saying that. Nobody is saying that. That is completely different. That's a whole different conversation. And for Kanye to even get where he's gotten, okay, Kanye has gotten to a billion. At one point in time, Kanye was the status of a billionaire. In order for him to even get there, you guys, he needed the white community. He needed the white infrastructure. So for y'all sitting up here talking about, oh, well, Kanye, see, the deal is Kanye, see, he telling the white man what the truth is, and see, the white man don't want to hear it. Y'all can sit up there and say all of that. Okay, fine. But at the end of the day, it was the white man that allowed him to get to billionaire status. Them not black dollars. I hate to break it to you, but they're not. Those partnerships that made him get to that status, that helped him get to that status, they were not black owned. They're not black dollars. You guys, they're not black owned companies out here cutting Kanye Balenciaga checks, partnership checks. They're not black owned companies out here cutting Kanye Gap checks. Let's just keep it all the way real. See, this is my thing. Like, at the end of the day, I'm all for black empowerment. I'm all for black people elevating. I'm all for us, getting whatever we can out of, from our skills, from, our talents, things like that, because we are very skillful, very talented people. We can take something and make something out of nothing. We've done it for years and years, thousands of years even. We've showed this happen time and time and time and time again, from way back to now. We see people take something and make something out of nothing all the time. We see people reinvent things, make it hot, remix it. Okay? We are the masters, in my opinion, of doing that. But at the end of the day, we got to be real. What's going on with Kanye is Kanye's fault. This is all on him. This is not his mama passing away. This is not his wife leaving him. This is not his kids being raised, as he would say, as you know, they're raising black kids, some kind of whatever his words were. This is not about any of that. What we are seeing again is how white power moves. What we are seeing is real power. That's what we are seeing. And see, because we don't really, yeah, in some facets we have some power, in some, okay, because people will get on here and take what I said out of context. In some cases, right? In some aspects, yes, we do have some power. Yes, we do. But we don't have the type of power that is cutting Balenciaga checks. Okay, we don't. That's not what we're doing. Because what we're doing is taking our money and we are giving it to Balenciaga. We're giving it to the whatever else luxury companies. That's what we're doing. So we're gonna stop running around here lying and making it seem as if Kanye is doing something that you yourself would be doing. When I say you yourself, I mean you're not going up on your job telling the white man what it really is. Okay? Your business that you own, you're not getting on your platform and telling the white man what it really is, what your opinion, what you think it is. You're not doing that. So stop. And if you're out here listening to nameless, faceless people who really ain't giving you no game, they really ain't, you know what I'm saying? They're really just sitting up talking about, oh, Kanye, he's speaking, he doing, he did. Yeah, no. They gonna lead you down the same road as Kanye. You're gonna be in the same place as Kanye. Now, again, if that's what you want, that's your goal. Look, I'm not gonna tell you that you shouldn't have that as your goal, but I can tell you right now, who gonna stand beside him? Show yourself. Show yourself. Where you at? Where they at? See, because what the black community can look back on is what they did to Nick Cannon. See, what they did to Nick Cannon was on a different scale. Nick Cannon was a peon compared to Kanye. Nick Cannon wasn't Nick Cannon didn't have no billionaire status. They took one little thing from Nick Cannon. One little thing. His what is that? Crazy, whatever it is he had. They took that away, and that was it. And that broke Lil Cannon, little pockets, and Lil Cannon, little Cannon, Nick Cannon, been apologizing and talking about how he's so ignorant and don't know. Like, what? Look, that's an embarrassment for you to go around talking about you're ignorant and that you need the white man to teach you, entertain you, and educate you. Like, for a black man, that's just an embarrassment. That's an embarrassment. Like, it's one thing to say, hey, I was wrong, what I said, blah, blah, blah. But that's not what he said. This man got up and said that he was ignorant, that he didn't know, that he needed somebody to educate him. Like, what? What? Look, I love, black people who have the mindset of like, let's stick together, let's do our own thing, let's, pull our money together, let's do this. But you know what? I sang that tone for a very long time. And year after year after year, we become more and more divided. There are things that we are, together on, but there are so many things we are divided on. It's like every single time you look up, we are divided on something. We can barely come together on, really anything. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like some, certain degenerate behaviors and activities, oh yeah, we can come together. Yeah, we love a good laugh. We love some good comedy. Yeah, we can come together on some stuff like that, right? But when we really need to be coming together, when we really need to be pulling a dollar together, when we really need to be supporting people who are out here breaking their necks for your children, our children, the black children, when it comes to people out here, putting their livelihoods on the line and stuff like that, we don't come together for those because those people are not millionaires. Those people are not billionaires. See, the millionaires and the billionaires that, who are black, they money largely their money don't come from us. I mean, it is what it is. So I wanted to get on here because I was doing some research, right? Because I was reading. First of all, let me pull it up. It's hard for me to type and talk at the same time. Um, who is basically cut him off. More recently, they're saying that Skechers, you guys know the brand Skechers. Kanye West tried to recently cut a deal with them because they say he showed up unannounced, and Skechers showed him the door. That's embarrassing. Like, okay, he trying, I guess, to make something happen because he see them partnerships is dropping off. But I don't know what his thought process. I'm not even gonna try to begin to figure out what his thought process is. But basically Kanye West, he had like partnerships with Balenciaga, with Gap, with Good, um, and some other partnerships. And he went on to talk about how because of his uh so-called anti-Semitic comments that he made, a lot of people are distancing themselves from Kanye. And they are basically cutting him off. Some brands talked about how they cut him off back, a year or two ago because of his outlandish behavior. And so, um, yeah, this wasn't the one I was looking for. But because of that, they're saying that Kanye West, like he had a partnership with the partnership with that he had with Adidas was like the major one. That was the one that they're saying that helped him to become like to get him to billionaire status. And so without that particular partnership, and of course the other ones, now he is no longer at billionaire status. Now um that was I can't think, you guys. That was um according to I can't think of the what's the call for that one. But anyways, and see a lot of these are fairly new. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys this too. So Kanye also, we gotta understand you guys. Like I looked up um I looked up some of the brands that run the world, you guys, basically. Some of the major brands that run the world, right? The brands that control the world. And I like this particular article because it broke it down in sections, right? So in the banking arena, as you guys can see on the screen, in the banking arena, it gives us some of the largest banks that control trillions and trillions of dollars. And so some of the largest banks, as you guys can see here on the screen, they control, a lot of the money that goes throughout the world, right? It breaks it down into media. And you got Comcast and Time Warner and Walt Disney and Viacom and News Corporation. Those are the ones, the major um um major media companies, right, that control the world. It goes into food and beverage, and you got PepsiCo, and it breaks it down into the different, things on the market, Tyson, Nestle. And then you got, it goes into some of the people who process the beef, the largest beef processors, so on and so forth. So I'm just gonna just stroll through. I'm not gonna talk about every single thing. Here's the oil breakdown, and then the resources that they did. So I think I wanted to point that out because number one, I didn't know this. I mean, I knew, of like certain big name brands and stuff like that, but I didn't, I guess before I read this, I didn't realize how important it is. Like people who are billionaires and stuff like that, or corporations who do partnerships with people where they ultimately can become billionaires. Those partnerships are very important. And if you look at all of these different brands, they are not black owned. They get black dollars, they get a whole bunch of black dollars, but they're not black owned. They're not black owned. So when you're Kanye and you're at Kanye status and you're a billionaire and you're hanging out with billionaires, again, nobody's saying you got to give up your identity. Nobody's saying you got to do, fake the funk or whatever people say. Nobody's saying that at all. But you do have to know how to be diplomatic. You have to know how to move. You have to know how to, okay, do for your people, but move a certain kind of way. And people forget, you don't all it's not always about money. When you're doing, like, when you're being supportive to quote unquote your cause, your people, whatever, you can be supportive with your dollars, you can be supportive with your talent, you can be supportive with your skill, you can be supportive with, it's just so many ways you can be supportive. Everybody don't have $1 billion to be supportive with. Some of us, we're giving our time, we're giving our talent, we're giving our skill. And it takes all of that money, time, talent, skill, and much more to be successful. It takes that to build anything. Nobody starts with $1 billion building something, right? It just doesn't start that way. And I think sometimes, people get so way off track that they forget. Like you just so pro this and pro that and all of this kind of thing. Is just like people get off track. And that's the thing. Like you gotta know, like for Kanye to get to where he is, Kanye been playing the game. Kanye been knowing how to be diplomatic. Kanye been knowing how to make moves. But for whatever reason, he didn't went off the rails. And now he's self-sabotaging. And we're seeing power right now on display. They are letting us know, us as in the black community, if you think you think you a black billionaire, mess with us and see what happens. Mess with us. And then my thing is, if all the other people that got money pulled together, they may be able to, you know what I'm saying, support Kanye. But they're not gonna do it. And neither are you. Most of the people that are gonna be listening to this, or the people that will ever listen to this, I don't care who it is. People can talk their talk all they want. Ain't nobody finna get on their platform with any amount of people making any kind of money, working anywhere. Ain't nobody finna do that. What's gonna happen is it's gonna be, and again, I don't even fault that. You got some people saying, "Hey, Kanye West ain't crazy." That's all they said. So their base is not that they're totally agreeing, but in a roundabout way, they kind of trying to lend some support to Kanye. But see, that's not the kind of support Kanye need right now. See, Kanye losing that money. So if so, I need the people to show themselves. The people who got Balenciaga, Gap, Adidas money, they can cut Kanye a check and tell Kanye, okay, Kanye, keep talking that talk, keep quote unquote spreading the truth. I need them people to step forward, but they're not. They're not. You know why they're not? Like I said earlier, they're not because they don't want to put themselves or what they got going on in jeopardy. So, on my last video that I did about Kanye, I had a few comments in the comment section talking about, oh, you know, Kanye, Kanye speaking the truth, Kanye this, and then I go and I'm like, y'all are nameless, faceless. You would say that. You're not saying that with your chest. You're not. You're not. You're not. So I'm not even gonna get into that. But I wanted to come on here. Um, Let me see if you guys can see this on the screen. All right. So this I pulled this one up because these are some of the Kanye is in the fashion world. He's in the music and fashion world. So I'm not gonna go through and pull up those who are some of the big names in fashion or music or whatever like that. You guys can research that on your own. But you know, when you're already in that arena, aka Kanye's already in the fashion arena, right? And he's getting these partnerships and stuff like that. And he's because he's partnering with certain people, he's getting he's tapping into another following of people or another population of people. And see, the thing about that is, again, Kanye was a billionaire. You need that. See, if we came together and stick together like we should, maybe he wouldn't necessarily need that. Maybe we could all buy and wear Yeezys. But you know what I see? Most of us sit up and make fun of Kanye's Yeezys and clothing and stuff like that. Most of us, we sit up and make fun of it. Yeah, we may buy the shoes, a few of us here and there, but we not the reason why Kanye clothing was selling off the racks. We are not. Not us. Not us little bitty black. No, we're not. We're not. We're just gonna be honest about that. We are not. So, with that being said, there's not even we don't even have a structure for anybody to speak any kind of truth because we have no way of making sure that they still living how they would normally live, if it was the other way around. And that, my friends, is what power looks like. That's what power is. But I pulled this up because these are some of the heavy hitters in the fashion industry. And one of the first, as you guys can see, the first at the top of the list is, hold on, let me go down. I'm not going to read it. Um, so this is a Gucci bag. Adidas is number 9. So again, that's one of the major contracts that he lost. I thought what's the call was at the top. Okay. So you have Balenciaga. Okay, so I thought I knew. Okay, so you have Gucci, Alexander McQueen, and Balenciaga, right? And so they're basically saying the different how much they make. Adidas. So again, these are Ross stores, which is very interesting because Ross is not a luxury brand. It's just it's not. But anyways, I guess Ross makes a lot of money. Um, but I wanted to just kind of stroll through these because H&M is actually um anyways, I'm gonna have to go through that on my own time. But as you guys can see, some of these top money makers in the fashion clothing industry um are some of the ones that Kanye had partnerships with. And in order for him to survive at billionaire status, he would need those partnerships. I mean, again, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's just what it is. We don't want to hear that. We want to be you. I know most of us we want somebody to get on here and lie and talk about how we don't need the white man and we can't we can I don't know, but until we can really make that to be a true statement, we need to be having our own power companies, our own banks, our own everything. We depend on a whole different community of people and different populations of people for certain things. Even when it comes to protection, we don't have gun. uh, you know, gun brands and ammo. I mean, yo, somebody may make a piece of a gun, but we need people making the whole gun and the ammo for protection, like food, most of our food. Y'all, I'm not even finna get into it. Like, no. Nope, nope, no. We and first of all, let's even skip all of that. Let's start at just the basics, right? The basics of discipline. Discipline. Like, do we as a overall community have the discipline? And I would say we don't. I would say some, yes, but overall we do not. Because if we had the discipline, we would be able to come together. If we had the discipline, we would be able to put certain different, I said certain differences to the side. We don't even have the discipline. There are many things that we have. There are many great things that I feel like we can do. There are many great things, but I'm not gonna just lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna, be in delusion about what's going on. Like that, yeah, y'all not gonna get that over here. Not me. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. You know, I don't want, that to be the case, but it is what it is. I'm trying to get this off my screen. Lord, my computer didn't locked up on me. All right. So, anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I am interested to know your thoughts. What are you guys thinking? Um, and let me know what you guys think. Put your thoughts down in the comment section, your comments. And until next time, peace. There we go.